Hello everyone. Today we will have obstetric lecture, that is diagnosis of pregnancy. Diagnosis of pregnancy means how we should diagnose the pregnancy or the early pregnancy signs, what we will find in early pregnancy patients, what are the clinical things and what are the lab aspects and whatever the investigations we do for detecting early pregnancy. So it is the diagnosis of pregnancy. That topic includes mainly three objectives, that is diagnosis of pregnancy by clinical examination, by laboratory test and by ultrasonography. So we will discuss about diagnosis of pregnancy. So now we will discuss about diagnosis of pregnancy. We all know whenever there is pregnancy, that means formation of zygote or embryo. That means combination of ovum and sperm that forms the embryo or zygote. It is implanted in the uterus, and whenever there is implantation of this zygote or formation of this zygote, there is secretion of hormone HCG, that is human chronic gonadotropin hormone. We had discussed this hormone in molar pregnancy. Because of this chorionic villi, whenever there is formation of starting of this chorionic cells or villi, early cells of fetus from which embryo develops, these are the chorionic villi. So whenever there is formation of this chorionic villi, that forms the or that secretes the hormone HCG, human chronic gonadotropin hormone, in that female or in that lady. So early pregnancy signs are related with secretion of this hormone, and whenever there is starting or formation of this embryo, whenever there are chorionic cells, few chorionic cells are present in that female, there is also secretion of human chronic gonadotropin hormone. So we can diagnose the pregnancy as early as possible because of the secretion of this HCG in that female. So diagnosis of pregnancy in first trimester. We had discussed about this trimesters of pregnancy. Total duration of pregnancy is 9 months, that is 36 weeks. This is normal duration, and this pregnancy is divided in 3 trimesters. First trimester is of 12 weeks, that is we called as early trimester or first trimester. That is the initial stage of pregnancy. So what we should diagnose in this trimester? Mainly clinical aspect or the clinical things or findings which we get from patient. First of all, patient will tell there is period of amenorrhea, that means absence of menses. So that will be the first symptom from patient, that is amenorrhea. Second symptom she will give, as we discussed about HCG, role of HCG in that female. So according to that HCG, next complaint patient will have, that is morning sickness. This is commonly seen in first pregnancy, that is primary patient, female which is pregnant for first time, that we called as primary gravida patient, primary para patient. So it is more commonly seen in primary patients, morning sickness. It is usually including nausea, vomiting, and present usually at the early morning, so it is called as morning sickness. Second, next complaint will be slight discomfort in breast. This is also common for primary patients. Then patient may have frequent urination, patient may have constipation, patient may have enlargement of abdomen or distension of abdomen, tightness or discomfort in abdomen. Patient usually have fatigue because of the nausea, vomiting. Patient's diet is also reduced, and because of continuous vomiting and other things, patient have weakness or fatigue. So these are the symptoms which we get from patient. Now what are the signs or what are the clinical features or findings we should see in that early trimester patients? So basic signs are, first of all, there is enlargement of breast. Signs are commonly seen. There is enlargement of breast, and there is Montgomery tubercles which are seen around the breast. So these are the breast changes. There is blackening of breast, primary areola and secondary areola develops in this stage. Next is per abdomen. Per abdomen, usually there is nothing we can palpate because uterus is small sized and it is initial stage, so we cannot palpate her uterus. So per abdomen usually normal. Then we can find a pelvic PSPV examination. In that we have usually there are 2 signs. Chodvik's sign, which is the dusky blue color of anterior vaginal wall, which is visible at about 8 weeks of pregnancy. And this is the bluish discoloration which we can easily see on our PS examination. Particular bluish discoloration is seen. And next is Hagar's sign, which is usually present after 6 weeks of pregnancy. That is the enlargement of uterus. So these are the clinical findings. Usually in Hagar's sign, uterus is enlarged and it is soft and it is slight elastic in consistency. So these are the main signs of early pregnancy. And for this, it is very clear: period of amenorrhea, early morning sickness, other complaints from patient, breast changes, per abdomen usually nothing is seen, but for PSPV examination we can confirm the pregnancy. But for other confirmation point, for lab test, we advise patient for, as we all know, we do the basic test for confirmation of pregnancy, that is UPT, urine pregnancy test, which is because of under influence of HCG hormone, this test is positive. So we advise for UPT, and we do all the routine tests for her ANC profile, that is HB, CBC, that is hemogram, routine hemogram, blood group, to arrange the blood in any emergency of during pregnancy. So we do the blood group of patient, and we do all the other tests like blood sugar, HIV, VDRL, and if necessary torch test. We had seen torch in I guess habitual abortion. So all the tests we do, or if necessary other tests we can advise to that patient. If patient is having some history of any major diseases, according to that we give her advice for other tests. Basic tests are hemogram, urine test, and blood sugar, HIV, VDRL, if necessary torch, and other investigations. And we give the basic test that is, or basic investigation nowadays we are doing, that is ultrasonography. We should do an ultrasonography at least for between 6 to 8 weeks for confirmation of fetus and also for well-beingness of fetus. So these are the things which we advise for diagnosis of pregnancy in early trimester or first trimester. Next is diagnostic things which we find in second trimester. Second trimester usually starts after 12th week, as we had discussed. First trimester, that is first 3 months, which are for 12 weeks, and after that 13 to 28 weeks, that is second trimester of pregnancy. Now in this things are very clear because size of uterus is enlarged, baby is quite visible, and so investigation or particular things are quite clear in this trimester. So basically patient will complain of, some female may have this morning sickness or nausea, vomiting, especially if she is a primipara patient. Some patient may have a headache, weakness, fatigue, all these other complaints, constipation, frequency of urination, these things can be present. So main complaints are morning sickness, sometimes pain in abdomen, frequency of urination, sometimes in this there may be frequent passage of stool, discomfort in abdomen, and mainly there is another particular complaint in this trimester is quickening. Quickening means fetal movement, early movement of fetus, that is we call as quickening. This sensation starts or develops in this trimester. And next is there is enlargement of abdomen. So there are pressure complaints, like patient may have sometimes dyspnea, palpitation, and other pressure complaints can be seen. So these are the basic symptoms from patient. On examination we can see there is increased weight. Basic weight of patient is increased because of increased size of uterus, baby, amniotic fluid. Patient's weight is increased. Next, on per abdomen examination, general examination, BP may be increased in this trimester, slight increase. If it is increased more than expected, then we called it as pregnancy induced hypertension. So slight increase in pulse BP, that is that we can find in general examination. Increase in her weight, that is also we can find in general examination. This should be under our ANC profile. When we see the ANC topic, we will see how weight should increase, how BP should increase, and how the pulse rate is increased during pregnancy. What are the normal things and under what circumstances it should increase. If weight is suddenly increased, if BP is increased more than 150/90 or we had discussed, we can label those things PIH and other. So there should be slight increase in weight, there should be increase in blood pressure and pulse rate, that are normal things. That is general examination. On per abdomen examination, there is increase in fundal height, that is uterine height, which is increased. This is because of growth of baby, amniotic fluid. On palpation, the uterus is very soft and it is elastic. And then fetal parts are palpable at this stage. We can palpate the small fetal parts. We can have fetal movements. We can see the fetal movements or palpate the fetal movements. And there is FHS, fetal heart sounds, which we can heard at this trimester. So these are the things which we see in this trimester. Also there is pigmentation of particular brown pigmentation on face of that female usually develops in this trimester. Also there is linear pigmentation on her abdomen. We call it as linea nigra, that is brown pigmentation, or middle line of abdomen which is brown pigmented, that is linea nigra. And these are the general things which we see during this trimester. And when we do the PS-PV examination, usually PS examination we do, there is bluish discoloration and there is sometimes there is white discharge from vagina. So this is these are all the normal things. Also we had discussed about linea nigra, that is midline stretching, brownish pigmentation on the middle line of abdomen, that is linea nigra. Also there is presence of striae gravidum, that is whitish discoloration on the abdomen. There is weight gain, as we had discussed. Now if we see the patient particularly about her attitude or about particular examination, systemic examination, we can find in her CVS examination, cardiovascular examination, there may be slight increased heart rate. Patient's heart rate and pulse rate is slightly increased. In some patient there is murmur, which is murmur is a heart sound which is abnormal, but in this case because of pregnancy we can hear some type of murmur. Then BP is, as we had discussed, it is slightly increased. So mainly there is a change in CVS system. Respiratory system, things should be normal. There should be absence of creps, bronchi. If patient is asthmatic, wheezing can be present, or else respiratory system should be normal, no abnormal sound on our examination. So this is about the respiratory system and CVS system, because these are the general things which we do the examination during the diagnostic things, and these are the leading factors which we see during basic test. We advise for pregnancy, second trimester also, if necessary, any investigation related to blood, urine or USG for development of fetus, growth of fetus, to diagnose the any abnormal things in fetus, we do the investigation as USG. So just to summarize the things, diagnosis of pregnancy, which includes diagnostic methods or clinical examination of patient. In this topic we had seen pregnancy is divided in 3 trimesters. First 3 months are first trimester, that is up to 12 weeks. From 13 weeks to 28 weeks it is second trimester, and after that third trimester. So diagnosis will be mainly seen in first trimester, because from second trimester things will be very obvious. In first trimester, main aspect is patient's history. So patient will have period of amenorrhea. She will give us the last date of her menstruation, that we called as LMP, that is last menstrual period. So we will get that LMP from patient, that will be her last menses, and that will be the history of patient, that is menstrual history. From that we will know there is period of amenorrhea, and whenever there is period of amenorrhea, if she is having a marital history, and if the age and other factors are in favor of pregnancy, we should think of pregnancy. Now for confirmation or for investigating things, we should do the lab test. Before that, patient will give another things which are associated with this period of amenorrhea, that is morning sickness, nausea, vomiting in morning. Patient may have weakness, fatigue, discomfort in abdomen, sometimes pain in abdomen. These things are seen from patient. And on examination we will have breast changes, as we had discussed. There is pigmentation around the breast and blackening of breast. On abdomen there is slight pigmentation which can be seen per abdomen, other things are normal. PSPV examination, yes, we can find two signs, Hagar sign and Rodwig signs. There is softening and bluish discoloration of cervix, and Hagar's, that is increased size of uterus, uterus is soft and elastic. These are the signs which we see on the examination, and from that it is very clear that whether there is pregnancy or whether that female is pregnant or not. But for confirmation we do the lab test. Basic is UPT, urine pregnancy test, that will confirm whether she is pregnant or not. And after confirmation of pregnancy we do all the routine tests, hemogram, urine, blood sugar if necessary, other things, or else we advise for USG. So this is about basic first trimester diagnosis. Second trimester diagnosis starts from 13 weeks. Usually no other things are needed because we can see the size of uterus and growth of baby per abdominally. But if we need to summarize the things, patient will give main complaints are as we had discussed, some patient may have this morning sickness, nausea, vomiting. From this trimester usually pain in abdomen is common. Sometimes discharges are seen, white discharge per vaginal, and discomfort, sensation, frequency of stool, urine, weakness, giddiness, all things are seen. Basic is quickening, that is fetal movement, which are seen from this trimester, usually on 16th week and 18th week. 16th week second para patient usually feel it at early time, so it is 16th week which is preferable for them. They feel the moment, first fetal moment, that is quickening. And on 18th week usually primary para patient also feel the sensation of fetal moment, that is quickening. So this is the important moment, or it is the important sign during this trimester. So quickening is the thing which we notice in this trimester. Other complaints are same, weakness, giddiness and all the other things we discussed. And on examination, as we had discussed, there is more pigmentation on the breast and there is pigmentation on face also in this trimester. The pigmentation on face is called as, you had to search for that because all other signs I already discussed or told you about Hagar's sign and other, but you have to find what is called as brown pigmentation on face. That is a typical term for that. And I guess I told you about linea nigra, linea albicans and striae or stretch marks, that is the brownish pigmentation and whitish pigmentation on the abdomen. Usually it develops in this trimester, brown color pigmentation at the middle of abdomen, linea nigra, which is very remarkable thing which we notice during this trimester of pregnancy. Per abdomen uterine size is increased, fundal height is increased, we can palpate the size of uterus and we can palpate fetus also, fetal movements are seen, it can be felt. Fetal heart sound is present from this trimester. And PSPV examination, there is brownish, there is bluish or blackish discoloration of vulva, vagina, cervix is very soft and uterine size is increased. Sometimes discharges can be seen during this trimester. White discharge is normal. If it is brown or black colored or it is bleeding, then it is abnormal. So these things are seen on this trimester. Investigations we should do is basic lab investigations if necessary, other investigation, and basic thing we should advise during this trimester because all other things we had done in first trimester. So basically we had advice for USG, ultrasonography, during this trimester for growth of baby and for detecting any abnormality in baby. So that is about second trimester. Third trimester actually diagnostic things are not expected. It is the examination of patient during the diagnosis, and patient have pain in abdomen, patient have weakness, giddiness and other complaints if patient have any history of any disease, and patient may give the complaints according to that. On examination also we can palpate fetus, we can see the fetal movement, we can have FHS, fetal heart sounds, and if uterine height is quite increased, it is reaching up to chest level. And PSPV examination usually it is not advised unless and until there is particular reason for examination. PS examination we can do, and there is discharge and bluish discoloration of the organs, and these are the diagnostic things. For diagnosis, we had seen about routine investigations, blood, urine, and important is USG, ultrasonography. So this is the diagnosis of pregnancy.